We can. Hello. I think I should play music while I'm gonna play music, but play some background music while I light my candles. How are you guys? Hi. Hello. Let's do this one. I don't know if you guys have heard of Ice Blink, but they're a great band. I don't know how many people are in the band. It might just be one person, but I really love their song Healer. So, okay. This is my first time building an altar. Except for, I always collect small things that I think are beautiful and place them on shelves around the house. And I love when a curation of things has a spirit to them. Especially if you're constantly changing and moving your creation or curation of items. It's like a nice reminder. I don't know, what would it be a reminder of? I know what this is. I'm going to go over some of this stuff. Speaking of Mexico, Happy Day of the Dead. That was on November 1st through November 2nd. Hi, Tiffany. Okay. Welcome to Sunday in Heaven altar building. Did anybody else bring some items to build their own altar? Any candles? Any incense? Any totems? Any relics? Anyone? I'm going to show this to you as I'm lighting matches. My mom actually made this. I'm gonna name drop my mom. She made these really beautiful God is Love Sunday in Heaven trays, and I'm gonna use mine. Thanks to everyone who's been listening to Sunday in Heaven. It's felt really good to have the record out into the world. Oh man, it's so funny how Instagram lives can actually make me nervous. I don't know what it is. Okay, so I got inspired to do this for a few different reasons. Like I was saying at the beginning of this Instagram live, that I have always gathered items in my home, and I'm really into knickknacks, and I have boxes of small things that mean something to me but to nobody else, and my sister will attest to this. I'm moving out of our apartment right now, and there are drawers filled of small things, of small Zella things that I don't know what to do with because I'm really sentimental that way. But it felt really good to focus on this project and really choose something to put at the center of my altar. And my plan is to add something weekly that represents each song that I choose. I'm not going to go in order of the track listing. If I were to do that, then, Mushroom Punch is at the top, which is a new release. It's a new release. But, and once you go from there, those are singles that have been out in the world for kind of long enough now to where I feel like it's probably the most relevant and exciting thing to talk about the new tracks. But this is my favorite Perfume Genius song. So behind me, maybe I can get a little closer. Let's see. All right. So, a little show and tell. I've chosen the Greek goddess Venus, or Aphrodite, if you would prefer the Greek or Roman mythology. She is the goddess of love and seemed very fitting for the theme of the record. And just as sort of the central point and main focus for the altar as I continue to build. And I chose marigolds to use on my altar this week. They're in season, and we're kind of entering a season where there's not so many options, especially around me right now. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere in Central Texas, and I'm pretty much getting whatever is seasonal. And marigolds actually are one of my favorite flowers, so I'm not sad that they're one of the options right now, as they are also very, very spirited right now with Day of the Dead, and they're a really potent color. I really I'm vibing with orange right now. It's actually been a theme of my year as I've moved from LA to Texas. And orange is vivacious, and it's sexy and lively, and is a resurrection flower. And for Day of the Dead, when they build altars for Day of the Dead to attract spirits, orange is supposed to attract spirits. It's got this really, this look at me color and face. So I'm gonna play real life for you guys. And before I do that, do you guys have any questions for me before I start? Or is there anything else that you would like to see on my altar? Do I like Santa Barbara? Yes, I do. Any questions before I start? Oh, one thing that I really wanted to say, which I thought that was sweet, a nice connection. So you have orange marigolds, right, that are kind of like the resurrection flower. You have Venus in the middle. So this altar is supposed to symbolize the birth of Venus. So we're in that era, Mitzi, birth of love era. Will I go on tour? Yes, I'm going to be going on tour in spring, so look out for that. Maybe some random dates here and there. I'm actually going to be announcing a Neil Francis date, which is exciting. So that'll be next year, and like the next week, I'll be announcing exactly what that date is. Yeah, we love Botticelli. Yes, we do. Hey, Kelsey and ZB. Okay, cool. So real life. This being kind of, the basis of my altar, Venus, marigolds, candles to attract the light. My offering, if you know me, you probably could have already guessed this. A rolled joint for my altar. And in real life, this is to symbolize the line back in the monastery where the girls all learned to smoke. So, this is you guys can kiss it for good luck, kiss it. And I'd really love to invite you guys if you want to do this with me. I feel like it's a really beautiful time to do it, time of reflection. We're heading into, we're in fall now officially, fall headed into winter, and it's just, I personally love retracting, and thinking about the year, thinking about how I want to roll into next year. Me and my good friend Ellie, we did a nice seance together around Halloween to just let go of some of the things we've been holding on to last year or this year I'm already past like last year, 2022, what? But yeah, if you guys want to do this with me, it's super easy. Choose something, you know, to build your altar around, and you can build flower garlands with just some fishing wire and a needle, and get candles, and just pick a space in your home to sit down and spend some time with me. I would love that as we go through the tracks. So I'm gonna play Real Life, and this one also felt really appropriate for kind of the marigolds and this sort of idea of resurrection. As you know, in real life, each verse and the song itself, I felt like I went through a lot of small deaths, and this song is kind of about experiencing little deaths as we're being alive. And maybe it's a beautiful part of being alive is, man, when you really lose it and you don't really feel aligned, or maybe not even that. It's not even really about alignment. It's just when shit goes wrong. And you just gotta let it die and come back over and over again. And then we look behind us and we're like, wow, that's growth. Guess that's what you call growth. But Real Life is on my record, Sunday in Heaven. If you're here, you probably know that. I didn't really promote this first Instagram live because I was doing this for my first time, and just was like, you know what, the fans, like my homies, will be there, the ones that really matter. So for this first one, it's just us, and we'll start promoting it. I would like your help promoting it. It'd be cool to see photos of what you guys are building. If you want to do that, I'd love to see. Okay. Mitzi's ready for a song. This is also reminding me of one time during a music video, I got too close to the fire and my hair caught on fire. So that is not going to happen this time. No. Okay, I'm going to play the song, and then afterwards I'm going to look to you guys for some questions, any questions that you have for Sunday in Heaven. So I'm going to play, you think, and listen and try to enjoy yourself. Happy Sunday. Back in the Well, do you guys have any questions while I'm here? Oh, a couple things that I wanted to share with you before I go. Okay, Am I Still Your Baby? That one will be next week. And if you guys have, I was kind of thinking this, maybe it might be cool if you want to DM me and tell me which either like colors or scents or symbols you would connect to whichever song I'm choosing to play next. So we can do Am I Still Your Baby? And it would be cool to kind of work together, you know, because it's sort of a part of it. It's like they mean something to me, obviously the songs do, but then when they're released they mean something to you too, so it'd be kind of sweet to collaborate on that. And maybe I'll do both. I'll choose something that I want to bring and then maybe something that you want to bring as well. So DM me, slide in there. A couple things before I go, because these things are really meaningful and sweet. So if you guys have been here since like the early days, since Sweet Ophelia, this is a Polaroid of my grandmother in Tijuana in 1967, and this was the artwork used for Sweet Ophelia, and she passed away in 2002, but she's on my altar. She's a big inspiration to me, always was and will always be. Amazing artist, designer, and painter. Her name's Suzanne. So she's on there. And what else? Oh, this really special thing. A couple of things. This is like show and tell. It's really fun. This is really fun. Can everybody just hang out while I just show you my stuff? And I just pose with my stuff? Look at my stuff. Okay. This is a really sweet relic from Texas. Is like I was saying, I just relocated from California to Texas. And I went to the river and floated the river. I was told that we were going to float the river, but it's like you get on a raft and you have to kind of just like kick and swim with the current. And I was like kind of too stoned, and when we got in there to do it, I was like, whoa, this is like not floating, this is like actively swimming against a current. Whoa. But at the end, we were all hanging out. It was me and Jesse and some friends, and a friend of mine, Cassie, pulled this out of the river, and it was this little perfect shell, and she was like, for my Texas gem. So my friend Lindsay, I sent her this shell, and she made a cast of it in silver. So it's this beautiful shell, this Texas shell from the river. And that is also on my altar. And my mom was just recently in town visiting me, and we played a show during release week and popped a bottle of champagne. And in the room, there was this stone. I actually don't even really know what this stone is. Doesn't matter, because all that matters is that my mom made this insane piece of art with a champagne cap. And this is also on my altar. So Mom, this is for you. And I like this question. What inspired you most lately? Well, so many things, actually. So many things. I went through a big horror movie craze recently, and I would say the movie Possession was very inspiring and scary and hard to find. If you have Metrograph, that's where it's streaming right now. So I'd say some horror movie films have actually been very inspiring lately. I watched Hellraiser for the first time ever in my life. I'm like, sorry, Birth of Venus, we're going to talk about Hellraiser for a second. But I watched Hellraiser and that shit was so good. Like, Possession is insane. Yes. Haven't seen Pearl, but X. Super into X. And we need to watch Pearl. Because Pearl, right, is what's after X. It's kind of like is it the sequel? Yes. Love Suspiria. Yes. This is all good. Okay, we're all into horror movies. That's been what I've been to. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think this is it. I love you guys. Spencer, Hellraiser is the shit. It is kind of one of these things. I almost want to, Spencer, I want to like bring you into the chat. Maybe we do that next week. Because my friend Spencer, who also plays bass for me, who's really a guitar player, and he's so sweet to play bass for me because it's his second instrument. But if you were at the Lodge Room, Spencer was on bass. And he just commented and said that Hellraiser is the shit. And I bet he has a million factoids about Hellraiser that I don't. But I was really impressed. It reminded me of, what's the movie with J-Lo that is also kind of this like surreal horror film? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what that one is? Is it, anyone? Anyone? Maybe somebody knows. Starts with a P. Is it The Cube? I don't think it is The Cube. The Cell! That's what it is. Thank you. The Cell. Spencer with The Cell. Okay, yeah, Hellraiser reminded me of The Cell. That's what we're gonna land on tonight. You guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna leave this stuff here all week, and next Sunday I will come here and bring a new offering to my altar, and hop in the DMs if you want to add anything. Okay. Mwah. Bye. Thanks for listening to Sunday in Heaven. I really appreciate it.